Oh, let's bring the music down. Anyway, yes. Howdy, folks. This is Reku. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight, we're going to be finishing up Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. I think we have 3 more chapters left in the story, and we've been averaging about 4 on a given session. So odds are pretty good. We are going to be wrapping that up tonight. A couple of things I wanted to talk about, so why don't we go to the board? So, first things first. So, schedule for this week. Tonight, we're doing Phantom Detective. I didn't stream yesterday because there were calls on social media for sort of a global strike in support of, trying to get a ceasefire on full world circumstances. If you know, then you know, and if you don't, then, well, whatever. Anyway, I bumped it tonight just to show some solidarity. So tonight we're doing Ghost Trick. Thursday, I'm probably going to be starting my next sort of longer form game, which would be Hi-Fi Rush. Been curious about this one for a while, and it's getting a lot of accolades right now, so starting that. I like music games, and I like 3D brawlers, and this is kind of both. And also, it's got a really good Xenogears joke. So I'll be playing that. And then Saturday morning, we'll be back here doing Saturday Morning Spud. Might be doing the same kind of games I did last time. A little bit of Tetris Effect, and then some Guilty Gear. But that's kind of, whatever, kind of freeform, whatever I feel like doing, neener. But if folks want to do a multiplayer thing, that's always on the table. Just keeping it chill. Before we get into the game, I did want to talk about the Twitch recap doodly whoop that's going around. And yeah, these are my results for 2023. And honestly, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I just started streaming in July and made all sorts of newbie mistakes and didn't stream content that was really conducive to building an audience, probably being the most obvious one. So honestly, I'd say I've been at this in earnest for about probably closer to 2.5 or 3 months. But nonetheless, I hit affiliate. I've got almost 60 followers, and I love even every one of you. Got a few subscribers here and there, and yeah, feeling pretty good about things. So that's 2023 recapped. Looking forward to 2024. So onwards and upwards. Other than that, I've mentioned this before, but I do have a live 2D model in the works. The finishing touches on the model sheet are underway as we speak. So I'm hoping to start rigging them up next week. I will probably be doing rigging sessions for one of my weekly streams. Not sure if I would do that on Thursday or Saturdays. That part I hadn't quite figured out yet. But yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't done any live 2D rigging in a while. The program has gotten better, and my understanding of things has gotten better too, so that'll be fun. If Spud does not exist, then one must create Spud. Oh yes. Oh yes, I will be mad with godlike power, as opposed to just, mad with potato power. I believe that's all the pre-announcements I've got, so yeah, let's get into the game. All right, let's bring the game volume up. Okay, something like that. Just another hair. All right. And let's get the controller working, and here we go. Chapter 15, 2:55 a.m. And narratively, we have until sunrise to wrap all this up, so less than 3 hours. 2:55 a.m. Taking a sip of tea. Me. 10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage, and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town, and then was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory. Hello. I see myself. There you are, Commander Sith. Finally. Wait, his name is Sith? I don't even have to say it. Sissel, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you. Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up. I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain? We can talk about that when we get together. This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel. Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep. But I know it's always darkest before the dawn. It's not a cliche, you're a cliche. Yes. We're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man. Yes, sir. All preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir. Have they now? Well, by all means, let me have a look. I think more computer terminals need to be slap-friendly. Is that a periscope? Yes, we're very close. We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir. Very well. Smack! Oh. Well, that answers that. Is a submarine. There's a bedroom. A very fancy bedroom in there, too. We're gonna wreck their bedroom. Can we wreck their bedroom? Nice try, Inspector Cavanella. But you could never stop me. Devilish grin. See ya, sucker. So, that submarine guy and his people have a deal going with me, do they? If that's the case, they probably aren't the ones who killed me, right? Anyway, there's definitely something behind the inspector's death. I think I'd better talk to him. But first, swivel the lamp. Tell me everything you know. Where is the bomb, Marwan? That's a dated reference. Hi, have we met? I'm Rekujira. Hey, you think you could wake up for me? Oh boy. Still unconscious, huh? Guess he hasn't been dead for very long, then. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death. A little nervous about what I might see there, though. If that's where I'm going to find my answers, I can't run away from it. Kikon o rewindo. Zawarudo. 2:50 a.m. Maintenance Building, Super's office. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. Excuse me. That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life, or have you forgotten that? Slammo! Wrong. I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jode, who chased me down and forced me into a corner, even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there where I was running. Lynn? She was just an innocent little girl playing in the park. If that brat hadn't have been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage. That is the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard. And finally, you, Inspector Cabanela. Me? If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record. And my case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only two people know the real truth. Me and Detective Jode. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are. Taking a sip of tea. I got nothing to say to you. You never listen, anyway. Done. That's not how arms work. Oh wait, no, that's still not how arms work. And that's not how bodies work. Egods. Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Temsic. Revenge? That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense. Hey, man. Mind telling me what's going on? Inspector Cabanela? He's awake. My head is spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanela character who just got shot is me? That's right. And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me. I guess so. But you couldn't be, could you? After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you? And I start slipping into Foghorn Leghorn again. Guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information. Checking one thing. Yeah, we're good. Okay. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. And that's information I need. So you... This is how I'd imagine Colonel Sanders would sound. Okay, so I'm not good at doing voices. I can do exactly one character voice. Maybe two. And this ain't one of them. I was trying to go for like radio announcer on a jazz radio station, but every time I slow things down, it just turns into either Foghorn Leghorn or Frank Underwood from House of Cards. It always becomes one of the two. I can't slow down and not slip into one of those two. So, Y'all don't come here for the voice acting. That's clear. And you shouldn't, because it's bad. Anyway, how you doing this evening, chat? Chat on. I have to specify, because on Twitch nomenclature, chat is the entire chat group. House of Cards? Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, Kevin Smith is not a good person, but he's a good actor. I will give him credit where it is due. Let's see. Good. How about you? It's going okay. Work's a little aggravating this week. My bosses are out doing a specific... they're out of the office working on something... Well, they're doing a mocap shoot for our next big project, and I'm out of stuff to do. Like, I have fucking nothing to do, and there's nothing worse than just being absolutely bored out of your mind. Oh well, first world problems. Robin White is also outstanding in that show. Yeah, no, I agree. She did a phenomenal job, and having her take a lead role in the final season, like, you know, that was when all the Kevin Smith shit was really going down. But so they salvaged what they could for a final season, and her performance was fantastic. To state the obvious. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be another slow day at work, but I think my bosses will be back on Thursday, so should have something to go around then. Or, you know, I'll either have that, or I'll just start working on my own Live 2D model. Who cares? Nothing means anything. Enjoy Arby's. Anyway, my work is the opposite. Now, what's going on? I'm going to read a couple of lines. So, you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere. A life valuable to this nation. Are you going to do the Phasmo Christmas event? I didn't know there was a Phasmo Christmas event. Okay, so do your thing, baby. So, what's the Phasmo Christmas event? I don't know anything about it. Okay. That's a good boy. Oh, okay, so this is just recapping the dialogue he just had. Hostage is a good, handy thing. It gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. Alright, what am I thinking? So are you a manipulator too? I have ghost tricks. Powers of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures. Anywho, I think you'd better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Let's see. I dropped yesterday, you have to find the pieces of a snowball gun. As in a gun made of snowballs, or probably a gun that shoots snowballs. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours. Alarm! If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky. So I've played this game before, and Cabanella's right. If this Sissel is looking in my direction while I zip around or manipulate objects, it's a game over. I'm probably going to screw that up at some point. Let's see. Then go around finding and shooting snowmen with on various maps. Okay, that sounds decidedly unlike Phasmophobia. Sounds like fun. Not to say I don't find Phasmophobia fun, but I think ultimately I like Lethal Company better, but Lethal Company is a very different kind of game, as we've discussed before. You're right. I'd better be careful. Huh? Look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is he really the sign of having... Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead? Let's see, their events are usually fun and you get a cool trophy. Cool. Yeah, I don't plan on doing Phasmophobia on stream, but I don't know. Always down for some group stuff. I know we've talked about that before. Now, one thing I'm not sure is, can I move around? Okay, I can actually move around in ghost space, but if I interact in his field of view, then it's going to be a game over. Anything I can do here? Okay, so I think I have to wait until... Oh, did I lose my way down? I might be stuck. That was a real shocker, baby. Didn't he feel that? He grilled his own fist to crispy perfection. Okay, now he's talking in Colonel Sanders terms. It's just not natural, is it? It's kind of hard to move around here. He has the same kind of powers you do, after all. If you do anything too obvious, he'll notice you. Under these circumstances, I don't know if there's a way to save you. Ouch. Don't admit that right in front of me, baby. Yeah, I'm not sure what the play is here. Okay, now he's turned. What was that? Look at this place. What in the world happened here? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, what did happen here? Because we were here for the murderous Rube Goldberg machine, but like, looks like a bomb went off in this place. I think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here. And now, there's another death lying hidden here. What? Another death? Oh, I bet it's the foreman. I bet we have to go help the foreman. Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life, valuable to the nation here? I thought you were talking about you. Same. Thought he was talking about himself. I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. Bird. Hey, come to think of it, where's the old pigeon guy? Oh, I may not have time. Let's drop the corpse. It's too heavy. I can't budge it. Not surprising, what with that mountain of rubble on top of it. And there appears to be a death buried underneath that rubble. Please help that person. Okay. Now we're death within a death. Deathception. Excuse me. Are you awake? Of course. I never sleep during work hours. Professor, do you recognize me? There's only one crazy character in a lab coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. I'm not the type who likes losing things. But never mind that. Cabanela, this is quite a surprising guest you've brought with you. Pretending like he didn't just blow up the place. Are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy. And I'm his guest, actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my shop friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back. Pitiful. Ouch, that hurts. I also like this face. Kind of a mood. Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death. In order to change your fate, that is. But aren't we already in the past, man? But we can go back even further. I've done it before. Still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanela. But if we go back even further, maybe I'll find a lead. Timeception! Wah! Sip of tea. 2:42, so this is about 10 minutes prior. I think I had that face at one point during work today. Yeah, just utter befuddlement. Not uncommon. How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous. Don't be daft. I can't leave now. He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers. If I remove it... He's not dead, he's just not there. True form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit. Ridiculous. So you figured it out all... So you figured it all out, huh? Zombie! You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanela. So it's really true. You're... I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body is just a vessel, a shell. And he's a ghost. A ghost in a shell, you might say. Or not. I control everything. The shell, people. Just like I controlled the Justice Minister and Lynn. So it's true. You were manipulating my baby that time. Oh no, he manipulated babies. Nah, he calls everyone baby. You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do a thing like that? And to create conclusive evidence. You know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Joe did. Now then, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die. Chaton, if I recall correctly... If I remember your line of work being what I think I remember it being, I can see why this is a very stressful time of year for you. Hopefully the mad dash will be over soonish. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you. Oh yeah? So why don't you let me live then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight. But before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Logistics, well, that's not really the issue, though it is a busy time. Oh, so shenanigans on top of a busy time. A lovely combination. Along with the contraption in this room. This time, the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way. Oh, that's dynamite. Professor, look out! Kaboom. Sip of tea. Dynamite, huh? When the devil did he put that there? He planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared. That medical examiner. Remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. Let's see, we still have 2 major projects still due by the end of year, which is next Friday. We've been in all-day constant testing for like 2 months now. Ugh. Yeah, last-minute rushes are really, really, really bad. We kind of have the opposite problem right now. Let's see, and yes, any shenanigans on top of that. So we've got our project roadmap for 2024 set, and we're trying to work out the systems to kind of facilitate that project. But with the way our development works, like, our programmer team can just go to town. They're fine. But the art team doesn't have any art because we don't have detailed project specs. We don't have a write-up from content. So we don't know what we need. And so management on the art side is very much like, well, why don't we just do some prototyping or something? Which is all fine and good, except everything we make is getting redone by engineering anyway. Because we're not engineers. We're not software engineers. Sorry, having a minor dissociative episode. I shouldn't use that term so loosely. That's actually disrespectful. So yeah, like, I've been doing a whole bunch of like prototype scripting and stuff, things that make sense to my artist brain, but it's all gonna go completely in the trash. So it's like, it's been this way for a little while. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind having a little bit of downtime leading into the holidays, but I'd like to do something. And I have ideas for things that we could be doing that would actually matter, but whatever. Let's see, and we are very thorough testers, like squeaky clean deployments. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, you only get one release on a project. You can only release it once, then it's patch fixes, and as any number of cases can tell you, if you have a sloppy release, rebuilding that goodwill takes a long time. Yes, I'd rather be busy than not. Yeah, exactly. Fuck crunch. Crunch time means somebody done messed up, but I like having stuff to do. I like, well, not even just having stuff to do, I like feeling like what I'm doing matters. He said he was going to take his corpse back to the lab, but he'd already made a deal with a manipulator to meet him and give him his body back. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby. Saw through their plan, huh? I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I almost said examinating. That's not a word. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off. Bought him off? I had him smuggle the corpse to this here room. Oh, this room. Okay, now I am injecting Foghorn Leghornisms. Yes, and any sloppy release directly affects product delivery. Yeah. Yeah, so at my job, shortly, this was long in the works before I started working there, so this is a few years ago. We released a version 1 of our major like VR suite for our clients, and to spare a long and not really relevant explanation, it was sloppy. It was sloppy. There was definitely some last minute, I say last minute, like there was about a 3 or 4 month scramble to actually get it to work before we launched, but it was a pretty bumpy release. Much of 2023 has been focused on shipping the 2.0 version of it, which is a hell of a lot cleaner. Yeah, I won't bore you with the details, but version 2.0 is a piece of work that I'm genuinely proud of for my part in it. What we're doing in 2024 is adding more content modules onto that framework, and I could be working on more characters, more NPCs to put into the sequence, which that's my wheelhouse. That sort of pipeline is what I do. Not software engineering. I'm a tech artist, and that involves some level of programming, but you don't want your artist writing your engineering code. It's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. Yeah, I genuinely like what I do. And I'd rather do that than flail around struggling on baby level syntax. I'm a very logical brain. Yeah, I use the term artist loosely. Like I see myself as more of a builder than an artist. I know how to use the art programs, but like optimization, setup, rigging, that's where my brain goes. I just love tinkering with all that crap. And I've been given a pretty long leash to sort of figure out our character pipeline, and it's a good one. It even runs on a mobile headset. I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his ability were powers of the dead. Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn. Okay, so this is directly conflicting information because the other ghost we found at the beginning of the game, who is probably this guy, said that ghosts fade away at dawn. I'm thinking he BS'd us to put the spurs on us. And I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. Something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. Ray being the other friendly ghost we met. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? No time for thinking now, baby. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back, even further into the past. Okay, now to actually play the game out. Alright, man. Jump in there and stop that explosion, would you? Easy enough for you to say. Foolish of you to say, too. If you stop the explosion, you'll just do me in some other way. Fair enough. Jump in there and take care of that man in red, would you? I repeat, easy enough for you to say. Most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye. Well, what do you propose then, Professor? Pray tell. Are those Matryoshka dolls? I think they are, but I think they're purely, well, they're not purely decorative. The one that's fallen over is supposed to hit that little silver star doodly whoop. We've been to this room before, and there was sort of like a Rube Goldberg Home Alone murder trap that's already been sprung. And the Matryoshka doll was part of that. Your best bet is to save me during the explosion without him noticing. Easy enough for you to say. Jay Schwartz with all these people. Anywho, jump in there and do something. Okay, so what do we got? Ah, okay. Possible we might be able to hit the trap door underneath them. What in the world is this thing? This device has meteorite data entered into it. If it detects Temsec radiation, it responds. Got that, kid? Isn't that a lovely thing? I guess sometimes it's important not to think about things too much. I never think about things too much. What a sorry pair. What else we got? That's really about it. It's no use. I can't open it. Could the fact that the professor is standing on it have anything to do with it? I may look small, but I'm pretty heavy-set. He sounds so proud of that fact, too. This door? Such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Sometimes life can be so hard. Wouldn't you agree, Professor? Yeah, that's why we're both dead. A door that opens downward, eh? Yeah. Wait a sec. I wonder if we can go upstairs and do something. Ridiculous. Now, there's not a whole lot I can actually do right now. And now I think he's awake. Okay, and I definitely can't open it now because now this Sissel is on there. I think this is one of those where, like, there's a single action and it's right before they die. Okay, I just read this a moment ago. As you perhaps have already noticed, time is running out, baby. Yeah, no perhaps about it. I know. But you know, there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my ghost tricks on in here. It looks like it's all over. Once I find another path, I'm sort of at a deadlock here. Sissel. Oh, I know who we're about to see. Hey, I know that voice. Maybe I don't know. Oh, wait, I think I still know who it is. Help me. Where are you? Find me before I'm carried away. What's with the frail sounding call for help? He's here somewhere. A friend of yours? Yep. Little guy that looks a little fragile, but the strength that surprised you. Also, one of the few voices I enjoy doing. Well, he's asking you to find him. And before he's carried away, no less. But I'm almost out of time. Should I look for him? What in the world is this thing? Okay, I've already selected that. Yeah, there's nothing I can interact with here. Sissel. There he is again. Farewell. Okay. Sounds like your little pal was carried away. Where was he? Maybe you should have tried to find him somehow. Maybe you should have looked around, you know? From corner to corner, baby. Thought I did. Well, yeah, let's try again. There may be a split second where there's nobody sitting on the door and I can flip it down. Or flip it up, as the case may be. Yeah, there's something going on in there. Nope, can't open it. Oh, I just saw what the move was. I can't do it now that Sissel's facing us, but I think I just saw the trick. The ghost trick. And I can't do it while Sissel is watching or else it's a game over. Okay, there are 2 moments. Nah. Almost. Bingo. Down we go. Cool. What do you think you're doing? I just thought I'd try it out. If you do, you're going to set the contraption in motion. Oh, yeah. I just thought... He just thought he'd blow me up, is what he thought. Oops. That was my bad. But there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my tricks on in this room. Wait, if I do that, it'll set the contraption in motion. But... Well... Shit. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Maybe I know. I have to wait for this Sissel to set the set it off. Yeah. Okay. Wait for it. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay, but where is he? And I think he's in the garbage can, but like, how do I get to him? That. Okay, let's try that one more time. If I get stuck after this, I'll look up a guide. Because this is probably not entertaining to watch. Yeah, I want to get down there. Yeah, there's just nothing to interact with here. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's just nothing to... I'm gonna feel like an idiot when I do find the solution. Okay, that's not something. That's not anything. Nope, that's not anything. That's not anything. I mean, this is going to trigger a game over. If I can stop this toy from spinning, I can halt the contraption. But that won't really solve anything. There's a smart boy. If you stop the explosion, he'll just find another way to get me. And it would probably give away the fact that you're here, too. So I have to rescue you without stopping the explosion. Is that even possible? That's what has to be done. Deal with it. Alright, screw this. Looking up a guide. Alright. Okay. Move the kettle. Move to the basement. Move the hoist on the ceiling. Oh, okay, this is... Okay, okay. I don't feel too bad about this. I'm not supposed to move down there. I just have to look for them. There he is. Missile, here I am. Oh, hey, it's Missile. What are you doing there? Do you really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there? No, that's okay. Never mind. Anyway, I need your powers. Will you help me out? Of course. Here, let me come join you. Missile, the Super Pomeranian, who is also a ghost. Okay, here I am, Sissel. Now maybe things will flow in a new direction. Even though the flow part of the sewer is a little bit stinky. Okay. Whoop, wrong button. Alright. Now, what can we... Is he looking? He is looking. Okay. Ball, lamp, telephone. Oh, yeah, let's check in. Do you remember how to use my powers? Yeah, you can swap things that have the same shape, right? Well, to be precise, I could swap things that look like they have the same shape. What's the difference? As I was being carried by the wind and falling into the river, I realized something. If you look at a thing from different angles, it looks different. You know, that's a pretty good point for a little doggy who came in with the sewage. Okay. So at a certain moment, an object will be something that I can move. Okay, let's stop that explosion. No, we can't do that. Okay, let's take care of the man in red then. No. We can't do that either. We can't do this, we can't do that. What can we do? We let the explosion happen. Then we rescue the old pigeon guy without the man in red noticing. And your powers are the key to all of it, Missile. I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. We're talking about a matter of seconds. We can't miss our chance. The squeaky guys are making a fuss about something. Sissel. My animal instincts are starting to surface. If you mean you want to chase them, I think you have to be alive to do that. Must be some kind of rat feast in that trash can. Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that. Bigger commotion, huh? Okay, these two things look the same. Must have found some of that good pizza. Now that's what I'd call some proper commotion. You're making that trash can dance. Truth be told, I feel a little bit like dancing now myself. It's getting harder and harder to hold back my wild instincts. What a dangerous bunch. Okay. I'm probably out of time. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, so the moment is gone, but at a certain point, the silhouette of this trash can lid matches the, come on, brain. Matches the door. Okay, yeah, we already screwed this up. But now I see what we have to do. Do. Okay. Okay. I know what to do. Only took me 4 tries. Okay, we've seen this before. I need to hang out on the lid. This game seems cool. Yeah, it's a pretty neat puzzle game. Pretty fun little story, too. I played this when it came out back around, I guess it would have been 2009, 2010. And I always kind of wanted to revisit it, but I don't... I don't really use handheld consoles that much just because I'm always home. I have a bigger screen. But they recently came out with a proper PC release of this with higher res everythings. But yeah, so I think I'll probably be finishing the game tonight. But yeah, I would recommend picking it up. It's a really fun little puzzle game. And if you like the Phoenix Wright series or Ace Attorney series, it's by the same writer. So it carries some similarities there. Oh, yeah, this is on Steam. I think I got it for about 20 bucks or so. But yeah, it's on PC. You can pick it up. I would recommend it. All right, let's see. I need to get ready for bed. Good luck. Yeah, I hope work goes a little more smoothly for you tomorrow. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good night. Okay, now we're on the lid. Oh, did I? Whoop. Oh, I needed to grab it while it was rolling. Shoot. Cool, thanks, you too. Yeah, have a good one. All right. Yeah, I screwed it up. Although... Yes, I know. I figured out the trick. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's try one more time. All right, let that play out. Taking a sip of tea. Okay, blah, 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 blah. I got stuck because I thought Missile was in the trash can, but he was actually just down in the gutter. Okay, let's swap those. Oh, now I need to go up and over. All right. And let's swap. Look out. We did it. We saved the pigeon guy. Hooray. Sorry, little pigeon. I'm glad the bird's okay. As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you. I can't move. I think I might have 4 or 5 broken bones. I don't mind. Won't prevent me from manipulating you. Might hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually. Damn you. Like reverse Weekend at Bernie's. The dead guy moves the live body. I mean, I guess that Sissel isn't technically dead. I can't believe it. You lot actually pulled it off. Sorry, Inspector Cabanela. I couldn't do anything to help you. There I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs. But no matter. I enjoyed the show. The magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby. Yeah, except, unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without a trace here. We did it. Excuse me. What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead. Not that you aren't. I was just remembering the fact that, right about now, the real me is giving the poor Justice Minister a real fright. Oh, that phone call? Yeah, he was pretty upset. Or I guess it's probably me talking. Yeah, he was pretty upset. Excuse me, mister. You really shouldn't be mean like that. And what's this lively little creature? Oh, this little doggy is the warrior who keeps Camilla safe. Or, he would be if he was actually still full of life. Camilla. Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing. That poor little girl taken hostage. It's a cruel twist of fate indeed. Wait just a minute. Miss Camilla is a hostage. Yes, we're sorry, little warrior. Miss Camilla? A hostage? What's a hostage? Anyway, Inspector Cabanela. Time to save your life now. But you couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right? But this time it's different. Right, Sissel? That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go rescue Camilla. Okay? Okay, let's hurry up and get through this. Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought. 8 minutes later. Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanela is upstairs. So our first step is to get up there. Sissel, I'll go up first and wait for you. Oh, excuse me. Had to yawn. Okay, Lovey-Dove, we need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it. Mr. Ghost. Hooray. Up we go. There you are, Sissel. Sorry for the wait, Missile. Sissel, Missile. I just got that. 4 minutes from now, the Inspector will be killed by a gun. You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you? There you go again with that stuff. Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way. Wait a minute. That sounds familiar. Yep, same situation as mine. The best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot, but then save Cabanela without him noticing. Ugh, it's even worse than last time. Anyhoot, jump in there and do something. Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Sissel. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap R2. Okay, so the tea kettle is going to be our ticket back up there. We're going to have to wait a minute. Okay. So long as he's watching, we can't do anything. Okay. Now we've got options. Oh, did you see that? That bad Sissel turned around. Do you have to call him that? But yeah, maybe this is our chance to try some ghost tricks. This is the only time he takes his eyes off of me, too. If you have something to do it now. Time to take the first steps towards saving the inspector. Excuse me, doggy. What was that? Okay. Still don't have that many plays we can make. Okay, now he's down. Okay, can I do anything with that knit cap? Okay, we can jiggle the cap. And now that cap looks like a book. I don't know how that's important. Almost. Nope. Let's move me out of the way. Wow, would you look at that? Right on the hook. I love knit hats. So warm and most of all, soft. Hey, now that I'm looking at it, that hat is the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down. Aha, I thought so. But how does that help us? I'm gonna move myself further out of the way. Maybe I gotta wait for him to move. Yeah. Do I have a moment? Oh, okay, there is an opportunity. The last split second, huh? Leave it to me. Would you look at that? The bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead. Oh, wrong voice. Ah, you know what I was trying to do. Now's our chance. I'm hearing the bullet right now. Let's swap this little thing with something else. What? It's our only hope. There's gotta be something here with the same shape and direction as the bullet. Hurry now. Swap that hanging bullet with something else. How did he not notice? I don't think he noticed. Looks like he pulled off another magic disappearing act. Now I say again, I love knit hats. So warm, and most of all, they're soft. Did I do all right? You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life. And I'll keep doing it too. Over and over and over and over and over. Hooray, we did it. What I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for. All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison. Right, Professor? So you two are working together? That's about the size of it, yeah. Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves. Just the two of us. I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all. Okay, let's hurry back. Back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla. You're right, Missile. There's a certain guy I have to follow, too. That was a long chapter. I'm hoping we'll finish tonight. Oh yeah, the Cabanela porn music. I'm gonna jam on this for a minute. Okay, anyway. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanela, the man in red left. And now, a new story is about to unfold in a new present. Oh, gotta refocus the window, sorry. How are you feeling, you old crazy character? Hey there, Prof. We're both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting old or what. Got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be, a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me. Yeah, right, like I'm gonna believe that. So what, the guy in red is gone, huh? Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us. Solving crimes. Damn it. You picked a bad time to not listen to me, buddy of mine. Well, looks like both of their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the Inspector in white, can't call it a complete success. But in any case, these two have the information I need to start tracking down the manipulator. I better talk to them. Up, Professor Mann. Mr. Superintendent. You mind if I talk to you for a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know? I used to be part of the police. So was he the bassist, the guitar, or drums? Was he Sting, Andy Summers, or Stuart Copeland? Get it? Anyway. Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead. But I never filed an autopsy report. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse. I bet that's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more? Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity, too. That's the only way I can describe it, too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, all right. No question about that. But there wasn't a scratch on him. Not a scratch? But I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it any more than you do. I was completely bewildered. When I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? Scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. And that's how it went. No scarring or blood either. I never had the chance to solve the mystery. That's because the corpse up and vanished on us. The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there is one way the corpse could have disappeared. What was that? Zombies! That's enough of that. Just fucking got up and walked out. Did I need to say fucking? No, I didn't. It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own. What? He was dead, but he wasn't dead. We saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him. Okay, yeah, I was wondering how he got through that without a scratch. And he didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on the stove. The corpse left behind some interesting data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off of that body. Radiation? I used all kinds of instruments, but couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. Wait a minute. Could it be... That's right. It was coming from that meteorite fragment. And that's why when we were in the park earlier zipping around, we saw those waves emanating off of that rock in the ground. Makes perfect sense. Excuse me 1 second. Nah, nothing of consequence. Excuse me. Let's get back to the game. No, let's get our OBS monitor back up. There we go. Excuse me. I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. And, just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kinda immortal being. He would die, only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case. Thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here. Oh, stop now, Professor. Do you want to see me blush? Carbonella's arrival. He walked in by dancing. Probably. It was about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here. Oh, I was kidding. That would be a fun costume to do at a con. I heard there was an oddball here who's researching Temsic. Is that you, baby? Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball? I was investigating the manipulated case then. Then I heard there was a man who quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew that he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this: "The source of my power is not of this world." And that's when I put 2 and 2 together, baby. The manipulated case and Temsic was somehow connected. Which also explained how 5 years ago, he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little girl made for her mother. He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla. Well, that answers that. He was going for Jode. If I knew things were going to end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way, I could have been dancing after Big Red by now. Might be able to erase I might be able to erase deaths, but it's true I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way. Yes, Sara. Suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there within my grasp. All our plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen. Guess he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him. Say, you're right. It's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost. That guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago? He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. Well, he could also blame God. Blame yourself or God. All fancy tactics. Good game. What about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jode, who forced me into a corner. Lynn, the girl who was playing in the park. And finally, you, Inspector Carbonella. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. Yes, 10 years ago on that day, Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made 2 very stupid mistakes. Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it. Fine, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell. But I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, see? They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress him. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement. But I was too green. I pushed him too hard. Drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. He was a bad cop. And then, I made another mistake on top of that. Cabanela, got a minute? The chief wants to see you about your report. Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy, now. That's when I did it. Oh, and that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun. Oh, that's real bad. How could you? He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, never would have had a gun point at Lynn in the first place. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication. Overseas communication? For national security purposes, the country keeps tabs on the communication networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. Nani the Fuckistan. He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. And in order to prove those powers of his, we gave him two predictions. He foresaw two completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live concert broadcast. And the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. Those two inmates at the special prison, huh? Kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. And then finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet him tonight and staked it out. At the Chicken Kitchen. Oh, that restaurant. Oh, actually, if it's in blue, I think that's always us. That restaurant, the Chicken Kitchen. That manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight. On a submarine that belonged to the other country in this deal. Submarine? But we haven't been able to figure out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands. Right? Highly unlikely they'd use them for peaceful purposes. And now they have that little girl as a hostage. Camilla. We have to stop him before he leaves the country. This spotless record of yours, is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my own life. And your life, huh? After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the Manipulator case. The Manipulator case? That's why you cared about your record so much? Of course. Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Jode, shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story, some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder, everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The manipulator. He's gonna prove that Jode is innocent. What incredible determination. There's just one thing I don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jode, why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. Now, what kind of defeat the purpose? And he himself asked to be executed, you know? As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. So that's it, huh? But there's one little unfortunate result of all of this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions. What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around. Give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight. No, that's that. So that contraption in the basement here, you built that to try and help Detective Jode? That's right. Jode and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. There was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce, no matter how hard I tried. Camilla told Jode it did something it shouldn't have, made an impossible move. I added that part to the device I created. I put in a part that would allow the Cupid to rotate. Otherwise, the gun wouldn't fire. That must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption. As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed. Excuse me. Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. I must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. With that cool cat inspector you always looked up to. Is that really the image she had of him? Power talk, watermelon, 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 watermelon. Inspector Cabanela, I'm sorry. I just heard you were chasing after that man all this time to help Detective Jode. This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved. So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it? Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw them in the slammer. Yikes. Oof. That's grim. Tonight? I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke. But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh. Jode. The minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jode go free until tomorrow morning, too. That's a pretty extreme while he was at it. Got the party together. Sorry I took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around, then you swoop in at the last second. Jode. Oh, the coat. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me, just before you turned yourself in. I promise to give it back to you one day. That is one really strong pigeon. Dun, dun, dun. I've been waiting so long, Detective Jode. Waiting for this day to come. Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. Good luck, my old friend. I don't know, I would have kept the pink sweater on. This present you gave me. It's just what I needed. Thank you. Glad you like it. I'm just picturing like all those bones, just like joints cracking as he did the two-finger wave. Sissel, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. You and I have to go and find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me? Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is and the phone line doesn't work. They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please? Okay, fine. I'm counting on you. This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving, Inspector Cabanela. It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now, I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn. That was a long chapter. Oh, tons of new stuff. Okay, we're going to keep playing, but first I'm going to take a very short break. Just get up and stretch. I would recommend you all do the same. Alright, yeah, back in a minute. All right. And we are back. Got up, had a snack, refilled my tea. I shouldn't drink it just yet because it hasn't steeped. All right. Well then, let us get back to it. Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry, I need to go grab one thing. I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm really back. Sorry about that. It's a bit chilly, so I had to get a blanket. I don't know how they work. Hello? This is Jode. Sissel, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk. We'll be waiting for you. Rude. Well, you better get going. This long night is drawing to an end. Yeah, it looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. I'm the one who should be thanking you. Even the bird bowed. At the other end of the phone line, I'm finally gonna find all my answers. I better go. A single telephone line connects me and the other Sissel. That single line spreads out like a spider's web to ensnare the fates of many people. We're on the submarine. And I just reached the center of the web. Oh yeah, we're gonna wreck that bedroom. Welcome to the Yonoa, Detective Jode. My detective sense must have gotten rusty. I didn't even sense your presence here in the dark. That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jode. I used your phone. Hope you don't mind. Egad! Never thought you'd track us here. Especially seeing as you're a death row inmate. And I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. Submarine, huh? But how did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew where the Yonoa was going to surface, confound it. We detectives have a little saying. If there's something you want to know about a case, ask the criminals. Blammo. The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it. I have a little something for you. Cabanela has given me some pretty weird presents in the past, but they always prove useful. This one was a radio receiver made to look like a pocket watch. Yes. Inspector Cabanella. I hear he's an excellent investigator. By the way. By the way. Where is that man in red? I know he's on this submarine somewhere. Ah, Cecil, you mean. Smack. You. You can relax. That's nothing but his shell. His shell, huh? His spirit isn't in here right now. Most likely, right about now, he's controlling your daughter. Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please let her go. Ah. There's something our nation needs. Cecil has it. That's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters. However, it would appear Cecil has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here. Bargaining chip? About to say. Sorry, with the way that arm was coming in, is like, dude, not cool. Our nation has already researched it. This product that Cecil has to offer. The source of his powers. Smack. What? What in the world was that? The Temsec fragment. It gives spirits special powers. And now our deal with Cecil is concluded, as far as we're concerned. What are you talking about? What a mistake to make, right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jode. Farewell. What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jode, where did he go? The fuck? What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be around here somewhere. I smell danger. I better find them, and fast. So you're here, huh? It's Missile! Yes, I think even I remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago? I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog. But with my loss of memory, I can't say I'm much better. Anyway, let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla. You think that trusty nose of yours can sniff him out? I'm sorry to say that I don't think it can. Why did I even bother to ask? But you do have the power to swap objects. Let's go find that lady detective and the little lady together. You got it. Ring-a-ding-ding. The telephone's ringing. Wow! It's Miss Camilla. I just know it. My trusty nose is practically screaming it at me. I think you'd call that more of a hunch. Anyway, let's get to that phone before it stops ringing. You bet. Hello? Hello, Miss Camilla? Hello? It's no use. This black hello just doesn't like me. Just create a path for me, Missile. I'll come right over. Oop, phone's off the hook. I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. I've got a bad feeling about this. Thistle, look! That black hello, it just came off the hook. Uh-oh. I better answer it fast. Oop, wrong button. Taking a sip of tea. Hello? Is anybody there? It's her, the little lady. It's Sissel. Where are you? Somebody please answer. I guess she can't hear my voice. You too, huh? Oh, good. I thought she was just ignoring me. Somebody help me. Lynn is... She said Lynn. Miss Lynn! You better hurry. Let's go, Sissel. Go there. Otherwise, the story does not continue. Oh, she drowned. Tea. Miss Camilla and Miss Lynn. Oh, poor Miss Lynn. Yeah, she can't seem to catch a break. I guess it's been a while since we had to save her life, so, you know, once more for old time's sake. Looks like another tragedy has happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady. Sissy, I knew you'd come. Miss Camilla! Miss Camilla! And Missile, too. I'm so glad to see you're alright. Well, I wouldn't say I'm alright exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Missile, your voice... I think I remember hearing it somewhere before. What? My voice? Huh. That's right, Camilla has a core now. So that means... she did hear Missile's voice before, when he saved her that one time. So that was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you. Miss Camilla. I'm so glad I was born your little doggy. Hey, Missile? Could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while? Huh? But don't you need my powers? I'll see what I can do on my own for a while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her. Okay, I'll do it. Thank you, Missile. Missile. Okay, we gotta go. Well, let's check in on Camilla. Hey, can I talk to you for a minute? Yes, Sissy? Could you tell me what happened to you? I'm still amused by that contraption. What happened after I last saw you at your old house? Oh, let's see. After that, I think I fell asleep. Woke up to the sound of an engine. She was already in the submarine by then, huh? I thought to myself, I have to escape. Next thing I knew, I found myself in this big room. I was so tired, I couldn't move. And then... Camilla! I was so relieved. I I don't remember what happened after that. She must have passed out. Poor thing. You've been through so much. You were very brave. I think Lynn's probably been through more than me. You both have been brave. Okay. Spin, spin, spin. Alright, what happened here? Oh, Sissel, you're here. Lynn, what in the world happened here? I don't know. Huh? I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case. And where's Detective Jode? Is he alright? I don't know. Huh? The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden. Now it's making even less sense than before. After we left the super's office, we followed after the man in red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter Inspector Cabanela fired into him with the bullet. The man in red took a boat out to sea from a small harbor on the edge of town. Detective Jode managed to secretly stow away on his boat. Then we sneaked out onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. Detective Jode and I decided to split up. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camilla. I found Camilla hiding in the engine room. She'd escaped and run away here. Wow, that's quite an adventure. What happened next? I don't know. Huh? There was a flash of white all of a sudden, and next thing I know, I was dead. Oh boy. Sounds like it'd be quicker to see for myself. $4.22. Camilla, are you okay? Oop. Oh, manipulated. Hello, Lynn? Or is it Detective now? It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you really that man from the park 10 years ago? Oh well, I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camilla back. She has nothing to do with any of this. Afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance. The phone is ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead. The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed. Revenge plan? It didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution. Well, knowing him, I half expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Sip of tea. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted, to be executed by his own daughter? I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge? Nobody could possibly know what I've... What in the world? An explosion? Uh-oh. I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had? You have been had, as most can't the least. Excuse me. Revenge, huh? That's a feeling I just can't understand. Of course not. You're not him. She's right. I'm not him, am I? He was going to shoot Detective Jode. 1 second. Ah, that's better. Adjusted the armrest on my chair. As Camilla, when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible. Anyway, let's bring you back to life. Again. You didn't have to... excuse me. You didn't have to add the again part. Yeah, we did. This is like, what, the 4th, 5th time we saved her? What's the line from Venture Brothers? If you have a accident-prone kid, you make him wear a helmet. If you have a death-prone kid, you keep a few clones in the lab. Good show. Alright, what's our move here? So let's see. Cause of death this time is that a mysterious explosion. You're pretty up for a dead woman. You know how detectives love a good mystery. It's like a shot of vitamins. What do you mean for a dead woman? Anyway, I guess we should look for a way to stop that explosion. Alright, let's do this thing. Finding clues is like a dose of minerals to a detective. I'm afraid with my memory loss, I have no idea what vitamins or minerals are. And I can't move. Okay, time is playing out. I still don't have a move. Nope. Oh wait, we've already got... Okay, we don't need to watch that. Bingo, there's our bridge. It's no use. I can't get the line to work. That's funny. I thought I could use the phone in the past if somebody was calling. What are you talking about? The receiver has to be off the hook first, silly. Don't look at me, I can't do it. I don't have any hands or feet right now. Somebody, please answer the phone. If you want something done, you have to do it yourself. Easy enough. Hey, we somehow managed to knock down the receiver. Somehow managed? Who's not to say that's not how I planned it? Who's to say that's not how I planned it? Come on, hurry. Now's your chance to get on the phone. It might be Detective Jode. She's right. I better check it out. Who is it? Hello? Anybody there? If anybody's still there, get yourself out. If anybody's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up. Why don't you answer? Anyway, come if you're coming. We're leaving. Yeah, let's go there. I don't know if there's anything else I can do in the room. So it must be true what they say, that there are restless ghosts aboard. That does it. I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom. Listen to your mother. Who is he calling restless ghosts? Well, it's true neither one of us is really resting in peace. Anyway, looks like the sub just lost one of its crew. Guess that means the fate of the sub has changed slightly? Cecil has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here. Bargaining chip? It's Detective Jode. What's going on here? I saw this little deal go down once before. In just a moment, the man is red is about to get his Temsic fragment taken away. I don't get it. What's happening? They decided to conclude the deal without the other party present. They're just gonna go ahead and steal the Temsec fragment. Huh? But that's cheating. I think we have more important things to think about right now. Where's the Temsec fragment going to go? Okay, I can... Alright, here we go. This is my ticket out of here. Whee! They're all crammed in there. Ah, the Temsec fragment. You're mine at last. It's a rock, don't coddle it. It's just weird. The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the control room as planned. Yes, sir. Farewell, sir. Button. Sissel, what just happened? The whole room just disappeared with Detective Jode in it. Don't worry, Lynn. I bet Detective Jode can take care of himself. The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady. I can't believe this is happening. Now then, I'd better hurry along. Before Sissel discovers what he's lost and comes after me. The Yanoa will be his coffin. May it lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Sissel. Aren't we on the boat? Oh. Aha! So that's the cause of that giant explosion. Huh? What is? Don't tell me that's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo. It's like... Well, you've heard of a missile before, haven't you? Yeah, sure. But a different missile comes more readily to mind. Looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before that torpedo is fired. Lower it. There's no time. It's gonna launch. Don't worry. We can still find a way to stop it. What? How? Even if the torpedo does launch, we just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we can do. I hope. Why was the I hope at the end of the Why was the I hope at the end of this the strongest part of that sentence? Okay, here goes. Well, now we're on a torpedo. Oh, poor Mousy. I came along for the ride without giving it too much thought. Was this really the best move? I think so. We just have to keep it from going off, right? I'm sure this poor little rat will thank us too. Hey, you know what? That's right. We're gonna save a rat. Because this little guy wouldn't feel a thing. But he would be a little red smear. How in the world did it get in here? I think these outside parts are supposed to be weights of some sort. The spinning black things, right? Apparently their spinning helps the torpedo maintain its balance. Must be pretty heavy. Wonder if we can use these weights to our advantage somehow. Okay, we got 2 gyroscopes. You know how a torpedo works? No, I can't say I do. No, detectives sure know a lot. I saw it explained once in a book. On impact, the fuse in the tip is depressed. That in turn sets off the detonator. The detonator, huh? It must be that red button. So how do we stop it? Didn't explain anything about that in the book. Wow, detectives sure know a lot. Or not. This looks like just the thing. If we clamp this thing on the fuse, it should keep it from moving. So what does that mean exactly? It means we might be able to stop the torpedo from exploding with this. I have to admit, I don't understand all the details, but I do want to give it a try. But before we can do that, looks like we have to get something out of the way first, huh? Oh, the mouse. It's a strong mouse. It's a stubborn little thing, isn't it? Quite a worthy adversary. You do know the rat isn't the main focus here, do you? Okay, true. But until it's out of the way, you can't set the safety device. You're right. Only our missile was here right now. How do we get this little creature to leave somehow? This is probably the detonator. Hey, don't press it. The torpedo will explode. Uh-oh. Better be careful. But you know, there should be a safety device around here somewhere. Safety device, huh? That sounds promising. We have to put the safety device on before this thing blows up. We're almost out of time. At this rate, we're gonna blow up the submarine. Uh-oh. We have to get that safety. We have to set that safety and keep the torpedo from detonating. One moment. Okay, maybe I'm on the right approach here. Okay. Here, let's start at the beginning of the torpedo. I think I see what I have to do here. Clonk. Huh. Looks like just the thing. get it. Okay. Okay, I see what I'm supposed to do here. I kept putting the torpedo on the weights on the bottom. I think I'm supposed to stop it on the top. Great, we've dumped the little creature off. Wow, those weights were heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now for that safety device. Right. There, we clamped the safety device on. We did it. That should keep the torpedo from exploding. But there's just one problem. Problem? What's that? Torpedo is still going to impact. We can't do anything about that. Uh-oh. Clonk. What was that noise? Looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine. But it looks like the submarine is still okay. This changes everybody's fate, including the little rats. If it didn't die in the crash. Sissel, we did it! Yay! What's the matter? You still look unhappy. We stopped the torpedo from blowing up, but we still opened up a gaping hole in the submarine. You're right. I guess that's just what missiles do. They're unstoppable. Am I hearing things? Anyway, guess we better get back to the present as quickly as we can. Right, I'm worried about Camilla. Oh, I need to fix that prompt. See, we managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. Uh-oh. Water is seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit. I've got to get them out of here. I better go meet up with Lynn. The lights went out, but this machine apparently still works. Looks like a washing machine. Unfortunately, I guess it won't run for very long. Maybe I can use its movements to help me create a path. Each of these three machines is equipped with a fan. Now that I take a closer look, it appears there are two sizes of fans. Better hurry over to Lynn. It's not safe to stay here. I just don't have the power to stop that water from coming in. Okay, that's great and all, but how do I get over there? There we go. Sip of tea. Lynn. Camilla, you're awake. How do you feel? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I pointed that gun at you. Another sip of tea. Don't worry about that. That wasn't you. Miss Camilla! Oh, Missile, you're here. Oh, poor Miss Camilla. Miss Lynn, what should we do? We have to get out of here before any more water comes in. Sissel should be along any second. I knew Sissy would come. And Missy is here too. I'm so happy everyone's going to be with me now. Aw. Just in time to drown. Yes, we shall all die together. Camilla. Miss Camilla! I'll get you out of here. If it's the last thing I do. Oh, I think I'm going to cry. Or whimper, as the case may be. I better send a signal to Camilla that I'm here, before it's too late. Looks like a pipe. It's made out of glass. I see a lot of cracks in the glass. I can't fix them, but I guess I don't have to. What a cute little fan. Must be connected to one of those big machines. Oh, look at that flashlight. It's Sissel. He's here. Up you go. I'm glad you're here, Sissel. Sorry for the wait. Looks like this room is going to fill up with water fast. We better get out that door as quick as we can. We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure is too great already. I can't open it. What? What does water pressure mean? Think of it as the force of the water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here. So the only way out here is up, huh? Exactly. Okay, I got it. Let's look for a path that goes up. Elevator. Or ladder. Hey, look at that ladder. Wonder if we can get it down somehow. Good idea. Let's try it. Oh, and by the way... Yes? I can't swim. Neither can Camilla. Don't you have any good news for me? Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry, please? Oh, okay, that knocked over a glove. Lipida switcha. There we go. You did it, Sissel. Thanks. Eek. What was that? Looks like the water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about. Uh-oh, flashlight's out. Sissel, the flashlight doesn't work anymore. Hey, don't get mad at me. Maybe the contacts are bad or something. Hey, I know, you can fix it with your powers. Okay, now that's just taking things too far. Oh, hey, great. Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something? That's a cruel question, considering the circumstances. One moment. Okay. Now, all we have to do is get to that door, and we're safe. Eek. Uh-oh. Oh. Them's your joints. Nope. I am being beckoned with cat aggro. Ow. What happened now? Looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs. That's not how submarines work, Sissel, but you don't know that. Ah. Chair was tangled up on something. Okay, better. I can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet. Hey, kitty, I see you. Come on now, as if the latter could be true. Oh, the water level's going up. What now? Water sure is rising fast. Come on. You'll just have to go up to the top. Let's see how I can help with my ghost tricks. So I need to give him stuff to grab onto. Well, well. I think I see a familiar flame over there. Sissel, there you are. How's it going? How's it going? I'd say it was going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous the situation is, don't you? Of course. After all, just ask anybody who knows how much I hate taking a bath. Maybe he's been in danger of drowning before himself. Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies? Of course. Okay, what do we got? Ooh. Excuse me. Go up is easier said than done when I'm holding Camilla. I know. We're going to try to create a path for you somehow. The water just keeps on rising. Please hurry. Oh, and by the way, did I ever tell you? You can't swim. Neither can Camilla. Oops. I already said that, didn't I? Okay, well, good luck. Don't see what I'm supposed to do here. Hmm. Okay, fuck it. I don't see what I'm supposed to do here. Nope, get back here. Okay. Okay, medium fan. Pipe, shaft, medium fan. Small fan at top, medium in the middle, and large fan on bottom. Oh, wrong button. Move up and down. Sissel, move to wheel, pipe. Transformer. Nope. Water level's going up. Uh-oh, the water is still rising. It's up to my knees. It's freezing cold. Just hold on. We better create a path. Fast. Hang in there, Miss Lynn. Thanks, Missile. There. How about that? Wow, this is great. You made a staircase for me. You better hurry. I don't think that water is going to wait for you. I think we can finish... I don't think we're going to be able to finish tonight. I've got kind of an early morning. Damn it. Yeah, that's okay. Ouch. Now the steam is getting in the way. It's too hot to get through. What? There's no way to go around either. Think you can do something? Of course we can. We have to. Alright, excuse me. Okay, so we can close the steam. Back to missile. Look at this. If I swap the pipes, it changes how the steam comes out, huh? Well, I get it, because the cracks in the pipe, each pipe are different, huh? So each pipe sprays out the steam in a different way, eh? Bet that'll come in handy. There. How does that look? Looks great. All that horrible steam is cleared out of the way. Okay, it's not too far now. Try to move forward. Ouch. Oh, sorry, I didn't read those lines. Now, how in the world am I going to get up there? Don't yell at me. If you want to yell, you can yell at me. Missile? How can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it? I think you just did? Let's look for something to pull Miss Lynn up with. Yes, something to whisk Miss Lynn up and glide her ever so gently to the top with. Hey, are you being sarcastic? Alright, now this is what I'm talking about. Okay, raise away. Whee! Sorry, I can't do it. Open it. Hurry. Is there any way to ask for something? It's no use. I can't budge it. It must be stuck. Oh no. No. This way. The heck? What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down to the deep, deep sea. I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up to find a single ray of light. Light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness. Okay. Do I want to keep going? Yeah, fuck it. We're finishing. It'll be a long night, but that's okay. 5:17 a.m. 5:10 a.m. rather. The upended submarine continues to sink, slowly but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them. At the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? Eek. Mecha Sissel. I like that it still has the sunglasses. I see you managed to survive, Detective. Hey, you're... Sup? Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along? Of course. What else would explain all those unnatural things happening? If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? How come you decided to save us all of a sudden? Taking a sip of tea? Thought you wanted to get revenge on us. I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Cool glasses. Who in the world are you? Sissel, look at you. What happened? I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are. That's right. I came all this way tonight trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit of tonight, I thought I was you, Sissel. Sissel? My name isn't Sissel. I bet you'll remember really soon. Who you are and who I am, too. What? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind. A memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. Thank God it's good. It's all over for this submarine. Its engine room is destroyed, there's a hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had a deal with these people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they want now. A Temsec fragment? I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your powers? Yeah. That meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research, and I think I've got some of it figured out. Meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers, like possessing and manipulating objects, and in my case, swapping objects. Exactly. Apparently there are individual differences in the powers we get. It seems like these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah. My powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first, I can only manipulate small living creatures. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple. It is? How then? In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by this meteorite. Its radiation. That's what does it? Dying while being exposed to the radiation? On that day 10 years ago, one moment, I'm going to check something. Yeah, I'm looking things over. There's no way we're going to finish tonight. There's actually 18 chapters. So, I might actually, well, let's finish this story sequence first to get back to the selection menu. Then I'm going to save and just call it a night. I don't want to be up to as long as I thought. I thought 17 was the final chapter. It is not. I was wrong. A fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart, and I died. So, of course, I received special powers. Hey, wait a minute. Is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right. Clonk. Aren't the Temsic remnants still right there in that park at the bottom of the crater? You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation, too. Alright, I guess we gotta go through this. Another effect the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of that meteorite? Let me swap over and take a sip of water. One of the characteristics of that meteorite is its ability to replay the moment of death. Replay the moment of death? This is so strange and confusing. I can't take it all in. Makes about as much sense to me as anything else. Yeah, strange and confusing. That about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. No, that's why it heals. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death. What? My body's vital functions stopped 10 years ago. My body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? So I just simply existed. Not really alive and not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day. My hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut this guy's body with a scalpel. So I guess as soon as an incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow. Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives? As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate. Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping? It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. So that's why you wanted his daughter kidnapped. But they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know, they had their own reasons for cooperating with me. Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Temsic. Detective Jode was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cabanella and that junkyard super, they were slated to be wiped out too. And, as it turns out, I was one of their targets as well. So they stole my Temsic fragment, and here I am. But they had one more final target. You, detective. Me? Excuse me. If you weren't there in the park that day 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage. Oh, okay. But I was just a little kid playing in the park. Yeah, I know. Huh? 10 years later, you'd become a detective, looking into Joe's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see? I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago, so of course you didn't recognize me. Yep. I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. The aim was off, and the first shot missed the mark. Sip of water. The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan, anyway. But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. Then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that, but then something went wrong. What happened? My body disappeared. Aha! The inspector in white was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back, no matter what. That inspector caused me no end of trouble. But why were those people targeting me? I'd never even heard of the Temsic meteorite. Because you were looking into the Jode case. I thought you'd find out about Temsic sooner or later. I want to save. I want to save and go to bed. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush this submarine. Oh no. There are no cores that link from here to the water surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and... there are no communication cables down this deep. They meant for the submarine to be my coffin. A coffin for the dead. There's no escape. I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years. You what? This feeling, cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine, sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. This must be how you felt all along. Lynn? Camilla? Is it true? We're stuck here? What? Oh, If my dad... If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us. Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry. That's funny. What is it, Sissel? There's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Temsik fragment and escape, if that's what they wanted? Why do they have to jettison your body off into the sea? Huh. That's a good question. But I guess it doesn't matter why now. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to. Wait a minute. Yes, we do. This will tell us where Detective Jode is. When did she get that? That present from the inspector in white. That's right. Detective Jode told me to hold on to it for him. Oh. And the bullet is still in this person's body in the command room, right? And we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this. But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there? We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. With our powers. Right, Miss Lynn? Right. Oh, and wait a minute. What about a torpedo? Torpedo? In any case, it's way too early to give up. Looks like Detective Jode is our last hope. Come on, let's get started. Okay, now we can save. Alright, yeah, we're gonna bug out here. Because, if 17 was the final chapter, we could power through. But it is not. And I have an early morning. So, let's just exit out of that. Alright, let's bring that down. Go back to the room. So yeah. I forgot how long these last chapters were. And, I'm not staying up till 1 a.m. to finish this game. Not on a work night, not when I've got a particularly early morning. So we're going to call it here. We will wrap up Ghost Trick on Thursday night. And then we'll start Hi-Fi Rush. Unless other plans come up. So, yeah, that's the plan. Give me one moment while I find someone to raid. Who do I know that is on? Let's see. I'm not going to say names because I don't want to fake people out. Let's see. Who do I know that is on? You know what? I wonder if anyone else is streaming Ghost Trick. You know what? By all means, come back and watch my stream later, but if you want to continue seeing where the story is now, I think someone I don't know, just going to rate at random, is about where we are in the game, almost this exact moment. So I'm just going to pass you all over to there, and please come back on Thursday and have a good night. Stick around for the raid.